All right, welcome back to our Training Day podcast. I got my man Jason Khodadadian, FFL Mazal, just out of his mind producer, produces just a boatload of life insurance, month in and month out, year in and year out, helps a ton of families, laser focus, ridiculous ethic. Man, it's an honor to have you on the podcast. I want to really take this podcast to glean some nuggets from you on some stuff you're doing that creates high-level consistency on a month-to-month basis. So how you doing, my man?
Thank God. Thank God. Can't complain. Every day is a blessing. Cannot complain.
Ain't that the truth? So
every day.
Every day, my man. First off, congratulations on the new baby Luca.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How far along is he?
He just turned 3 months. Like a week ago. Just turned 3 months.
That's amazing. And your first child. So
yeah.
Before we even get going, what is that been like, becoming a father? And then, you've been earning at a high level for a while, but did that create any other pressures for you, or just more motivation, determination? What's it like being a father, and what has that done mentally for you?
I love it. It's amazing. I feel like, I'm built for that, just supporter, secure, like savior type guy, but mentally and as far as business, it's a huge motivation for me to go huge, like every day. And it's not about me anymore. It's about him. I'm like, oh, I got to wake up for Luca today. Like that's the mentality.
Right.
So, the drive changes tremendously. It's huge. So I'm trying to, even though I'm exhausted, so it's a huge, huge change in mentality.
I feel you, man. 3 months, waking up all kinds of hours, trying to hold. I feel you. I know. So, but you're pushing through.
Spending all that money on diapers and formula. Doesn't stop. That shit doesn't stop.
But again, pushing through, making it happen. Just having a fantastic year. Already over Hall of Fame. Definitely going to qualify for the cruise, God willing. But just
God willing.
You're a shining example of what consistency looks like. In your mind, when you approach the year, what are you telling yourself?
What do you mean, like approach the year? Like
a new year. You go, hey, it's 2023. I'm trying to do, how are you setting yourself up? Because here's the thing. Everyone approaches the year with lofty goals, right? But you actually every single year live out with real consistency and real high-level work ethic, whatever it is you're dreaming about, whatever it is you're thinking. So when the year rolled in 2023, or when it rolls in 24, how are you looking? What are you telling yourself? What are you thinking?
I'm telling myself that I hope and pray that I can, make more this year. Obviously keep what I have and slowly make a little bit more every year. Like last year, I qualified for Hall of Fame exactly the same time. I checked. It was July of last year. It was like 411 families. Same time as the beginning of July. This year was a little bit later. So I keep a track of those things. So I guess it's consistent, but hopefully like next year I should try to do it by I'm going to try to do it by May. Like, you get what I'm saying? So that'll be like 2 months earlier. Slowly, I guess gradually. So I guess that's a way to track just a little by little increments, because you can't get from step 1 to step 10 overnight. Like, everything takes time.
Right. And when you think about month to month, you actually have an approach to the month. You have an approach to your week. How are you approaching your lead strategy? And what kind of schedule are you running to make sure that you reach your weekly and monthly goals?
So I'm very disciplined on the morning from like 8 a.m. to 12. That's like a non-negotiable. I got to hit up my 3, 4 deals. Like before this call, I hit up 2 deals because I knew I'm gonna put an hour away. So I woke up a little bit earlier. So I'm gonna try to hit up another 2 deals after this, and in the afternoon, I'll try 1 or 2 more. So anywhere from like 5 to 6 deals a day. Doesn't matter the numbers. Just it matters the clients for me. It's not so much about the numbers. It's about the clients. 5 to 6 clients a day is. But the morning is a non-negotiation for me. The morning time. I gotta hit those up. It starts my day off right. I need that. It gets me going. I feel good.
What is your goal for the morning?
Goal for the morning is like I said, 3 to 4. I try to put in 3 to 4 apps.
That's I don't know if you're hearing yourself talk, but we're going into the mind of a consistently high top producer. So I want to set the record straight for people listening. 8 to 12 is my non-negotiable, the man just said. And then why I asked you that, because you're saying 5 to 6 a day.
Yeah, take a nap, feed the kid, my wife, and this stuff comes in. So like yesterday, I couldn't work. I do a shift from like 2 to 5 or 2 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes I'm not so able to do that. So I have to hit in the 8 to 12. I have to do don't mess with me from 8 to 12. No phone calls. That's why I was trying to push this back too, with your secretaries or whatever, because it's like kind of messes my thing. But I woke up earlier. I said, you know what? Let me give Mark my time. I'll wake up earlier. I fed the baby. Now my wife is with the baby, so just gotta, the morning times are very important for me.
What a gentle soul you are, and so helpful, giving me time. Appreciate you, Jason. Yo, but real talk, that's critical that people understand that as a top producer, you have non-negotiable hours. Non-negotiable. Is that how many days a week is that?
That's 5. If the week doesn't go strong, then I'll put in 1 day on the weekend.
What time
Monday
block?
to Friday. Same time.
Same time block.
Same time slot. If the week doesn't go out, it's very rare. Never happens. But if I see the week was a slow week, I'm gonna have to put in on Saturday or Sunday. But I'm good with that. Monday to Friday, I go hard.
That's strong. 8 to 12 non-negotiable, 3 to 4 apps in that time frame. That's all a mindset. I need people to understand. He's not getting lucky from 8 to 12. He's got a real algorithm, real rhythm, real confidence about being able to get the number of people on the phone that he's supposed to and how many he can take care of within that deadlock time frame. What are you doing for leads?
Recently, I'm doing a lot of. So I'm second year in the company. I've been getting a lot of referrals. So clients been calling me. They call oh hey, I sold a bunch from my CRM leads. Like when I first started in September of 2021 or August. So I'm like, you know what? Let me hit that up, and it's just been kind of flowing. It's when you're here. I could just imagine what the guys are doing here for 4, 5, 6 years. I've only been here for 2 years, so I'm doing a little bit of that. Do some live transfers of CRM, everything. I'm not saying no to anything, but I have been pushing the referrals. It's helping a lot. It's more trust and it keeps the business on the books.
Let's talk about it. What are you saying? What is your methodology and your ability? What are you saying to get more referrals?
So when I get the beneficiaries of the clients, like if they give me like their aunt or uncle or the husband, I don't say right away. I don't make it seem like I'm so desperate or so eager for that. But that's right. That's the setup right there. The beneficiary who they give me. After like we're done, said $69, boom. Okay, like with finish with them. Then I'll be like, so it looks like you put your wife, Ashley, as the beneficiary. Is she covered? Maybe we can try to put you in the same company, get a better rate or whatever. And that usually opens it. Like, oh, really? And just opens the can. I don't do it immediately. I wait until, because, you got to close one. Like I said, step one and then step two.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just leads on and just then it goes to their sister and the brother and the cousin. You never know.
How does it do that?
Referrals.
Because the wife seems simple in most people's mind. And then what? What do you say or what do you do next?
After like you get the beneficiary sale?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like keep me in mind, or do you have anybody else? Doesn't hurt to ask at that point. At that point, like you have nothing to lose. You already got the husband, you already got the wife as the beneficiary. And then you have to ask the wife for contingent beneficiary if they want to leave their son, and the son is 18. You'd be like, you know what? That's a great way to pitch IUL for an 18-year-old kid. Like everything, you gotta just plant seeds. You know what? Your son's 18. He doesn't need final expenses. Your son, we can get him in on one of those IULs. He doesn't need what you have. He can do some. You know what I'm saying? It's endless. It just doesn't stop.
Right. It makes sense. I mean, it's a mindset around it, and I want to definitely get that out. And I think when you say it's endless, that's legit. And again, but people need to start thinking like this, right? It makes sense, but people need to start thinking like this, because those sales are stickier, keep more of your business on the books. I can only imagine you have crazy high persistency. What is your persistency?
Honestly, I don't know. I have no idea.
But it's sticky,
no
right?
idea. Sticky, yeah. I mean, listen, I get cancellations, no doubt.
Everybody does.
But to try my best, like I'm doing the referral thing right now. It has slowed down. Right? Like Steve G says, we don't have time for that stuff. Just keep writing.
Slow down to speed up.
Exactly. I love it. It's like we don't have time for cancellation.
Right. So let's take this to, the idea behind you recruiting and then producers doing big numbers. What is your approach to that?
Honestly, I just throw out everything I can. If it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Maybe it might be a bad way or good. My mindset is better to have 3-4 people who are high producers and doing things the right way than 90 people who are going to come here, write business, and leave and go to another IMO and say that FFL is X, Y, and Z.
Right.
It's better to have 3-4 people and be like, listen, Jason's the real deal. He's cutthroat. He works around the clock. This is the way to do it. And that's it. I mean, it's not like I'm making things up. There's people, you speak to all the high earners, they're all going to say probably the same stuff I'm saying. You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. This is the name of the game. I don't know. Am I being mean? I have no idea.
No, you're being direct.
I'm being direct. Yeah, like there's no gray area. I mean, This is it. Put in your hours, call, and you have my support all the way. You want me to buy you leads? Sure, no problem. Plug in. Like, we can't. I don't do the micromanaging.
Right.
That's what you're asking. I can't do.
Definitely
I
not.
can't do that. I
Hey,
can't do that. There's people who do it. I refuse to do the micromanaging.
you never have to in this business. You just don't. Um, if you,
No.
yeah, you don't have to. I mean, the winners are the winners that win. And if you're mass recruiting, you're gonna bring in enough people that want to do something that you'll be fine. Um, as far as duplication and you taking or you helping producers achieve high results, what are some of the things that you think are moving the needle in that direction?
Honestly, buying leads. Buying leads for some people. It's a huge thing. Um, the buying leads helps people. It has worked for like two or three of the agents, and they're producing like 10 plus families a week. I don't know how good that is, but buying the leads. But I mean, if you do like a 3 month at a time, like, you know, just 3 month increments. I don't know if they're working. I think there's nothing wrong with it.
Right. I'm not mad at it. It works. It's working for you. Do you have a monthly goal for personal production for yourself monthly?
Is it bad if I say no?
No. Whatever your philosophy is around high production is what I want to know. Is it just
I don't. I'm not number. I
max
never
out
watch the numbers.
max out every day?
Yeah, on myself, on my work, I guess I'm never about the numbers. Never. I mean, it sounds. Yeah, we like to do 50, 60, 70 families a month, 100 families. I just don't do. I put in the hours every day. I'm like
Hours.
8 to 12 because, and then whatever happens, happens. That's how I do it. And I tell my team the same thing. Don't go by the sale. Go by how many clients or how
That's
many
right.
hours you like, because then they fall under the pressure. Oh, I only helped one family today, or I only helped two times. It's okay if you did, you know. I don't know. That's how I am. Just put don't count. I don't keep count.
You keep count of hours though.
Yeah, put in the work. Yeah, the work because it pays off. Hard work pays off.
Hey, it always comes back to some form of metric if you're successful. How you view it, that's how you view it. You view it by hours. You say, look, this is I've got to put, and that's how you teach it. Those that's still measurable. But you're like, hey, I ain't looking at the results. I can score 4 touchdowns a game. I'm not looking to score 4 touchdowns. I'm looking to run the football and find a seam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking to find a seam, you know? And based on the carries that you get is how you feel you're going to be able to do that. So the amount of hours that you're highly dedicated to the craft. Is that fair?
Yeah, some people make one huge sale, and then you won't see them for like 3 weeks.
Huh.
It's just, you know what I'm talking about.
I
They make
do.
one sale. You know what I'm talking about. That's the mentality that I don't like. They make one sale. Oh, it's huge, 12 family. No, bro. Every day, do the same grind every single day. Put it in, and then see what happens. Every day. Start at zero every single day.
it's it's uh it's not sexy, but boy does it produce results. And I think people look for sexy too much. I'm like, just let's keep it real basic. Let's just block and tackle every day. Now, doing this for an elongated period of time, with that level of consistency, what has that done for you and your family?
Just a lot, It's like you said, consistency. A lot. I mean, I'm at the company I was before. It was like miserable. Me and my wife were like pretty much fighting a lot. Over here, it's nothing but breath of fresh air. It's changed our life. We get to do what we want. I get to get my kid what I want. I get to do. Listen, money is not everything, but everything requires money. Those are facts. Those are facts.
That's great.
I don't know how to say it.
I hear you loud and clear. And in the Training Day podcast with my man Jason Khodadadian, your consistency and your approach is refreshing. I don't see why anyone would listen to this and not be able to duplicate straight up laser focused activity every single day if they want to win. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think this is rocket science, but I do think that a consistent recipe to get the same biscuits all the time is probably good for business. And you're definitely spitting out the same biscuits. So I appreciate you jumping on with me and sharing your story.
Anytime.
And
anytime.
If you were going to tell somebody, here's what you want, here's the number one thing, or here's a really good nugget for what you should be doing day in and day out, what would it be?
Speak to at least 5 to 8 clients a day, sale or no sale.
So is that them picking up the phone, hello, or is that presenting numbers?
Picking up the phone, talking to clients about life insurance, and presenting. 5 to 8 clients. At least 50% of them are going to hit.
Very simple, ladies and gentlemen. Speak to 5 to 8 clients a day. 5 to 8 presentations a day. So
5 to 8 presentations, correct, for life insurance.
That's strong. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you, Jason, for
of
sharing
course.
with us, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
God bless you guys. Keep hammering, brother. Let's roll.